Hello, everybody. There I am. I was in the dark for a second. Welcome. If you are new here, my name is Melissa. I am a fifth grade teacher and turned digital marketer, moved to the online world, still teaching in the classroom full time, but got that online business on the side. And today I want to talk about two things in your car. You're probably going to say, what does that have to do with anything? I want to talk about your rear view mirror and I want to talk about your windshield. And I want you to think about the size of those two things for a second. Your rear view mirror, the one that sits on the windshield, and then your entire windshield. Which one of those is bigger? Right? The windshield. Absolutely. The windshield is bigger. And we're going to remember that as we go through our live today. I want you to remember the windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror. There's a reason I'm getting to it. You'll see why I'm talking about this. So think about that rear view mirror, right? That's the smaller of the two things that I'm talking about, that rear view mirror. And what do we use that rear view mirror for? You can type it in the comments if you want. Yeah, we use that to look behind us, right? So as you're driving, you're using both. You're using the rear view mirror and you're using the windshield because you're looking ahead. You're watching what's the traffic ahead of you, but you're also using that rear view to see what's going on behind you. So you're seeing everything, right? That rear view mirror, I want you to think of that as looking backwards at your life, okay? You're looking backwards. You're thinking about the past, looking at everything that's happened in the past. You're probably, when you look back, thinking about all the failures you've had, all the things that haven't worked out for you, all the mistakes you've made, right? Those are all things that should be in your rear view mirror because they're in the past. They're no longer with you. You've already driven by them. They're gone, right? You should be looking forward. So just remember that rear view mirror, that's small for a reason because we're not spending our time looking backwards. We want to look always to the future. So the rear view mirror, dwelling in the past, we don't want to do that. That's not a way to live life. We want to focus on the windshield. The windshield is large, right? It's huge. You can see everything when you look out the windshield. And that's your future. That's what you want to focus on because it's wide open, right? Wide open road in front of you looking through that windshield. Well, depending where you are, if you're sitting in traffic, it doesn't feel so wide open. But imagine you're on a country road somewhere, the wind in your hair as you're driving, it's just wide open. Your future is laying out in front of you. It's your potential. It's your goals. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to happen? It's all right there, just waiting for you to make that decision of, yes, this is where I want to go. This is where you're going to make your goals for the future. So this is where you think about what lies ahead. What do you really want? What do you really want in life? What is it that's holding you back? What is happening in your rear view mirror that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you from moving forward to your goals? Is it your job? Is it a relationship? Is it dealing with kids? Is it stress, anxiety? What is it? What is holding you back? For some of you, it's probably a combination of all of those, right? Because if you're not happy in your relationship, it's going to affect everything else. If you're not happy in your job, it affects everything else, right? One little thing that you're not happy about can affect your whole life. So we really want to move to that forward, look forward, think about a goal. What is it that you want from life? What little change could you make that will get you looking forward, that will bring happiness to you. For me personally, that goal had to do with work and finances. As I said, I'm a teacher. Teachers don't make a lot of money. So about a year ago, I hit my wall, that place of something's got to change. What that moment was for me was my son saying, you never have time for us, meaning him and his brother. You never have time for us because you're always working. You're always grading papers or, doing all these things. You don't have time for that. Ouch. That's something no mom ever wants to hear, right? So that really got me thinking. I was working constantly. It didn't help that I teach cyber school, so I work from home. So my work was always there, right? It was always there for me to do. And that's what I decided I needed to make a change. I was putting all this time and effort into my teaching job, but I wasn't getting compensated for that. I wasn't getting paid more for going above and beyond. Heck, I wasn't even making a lot of money as a teacher because teachers don't make a whole lot of money. And so that was the moment where I was like, I'm making a change. That is my goal. I'm done looking for a different way. And that's what led me to digital marketing because I was able to get my freedom back. I can do my work in 2 hours a day and I making daily pay and making more money, right? That extra income is there. I don't work in the evenings or the weekends anymore. I just decided that's it. That's my family time. All right. So I have more time. I have more freedom. That was my goal. Your goal may look a little different, but what is that goal? Think about it. What is it that you really want? Really sit down and think about this. Is there something you've always wanted that you always just put on the back burner? And you're worried about everybody else. You're thinking about everybody else and you're not thinking about you and what lights you up and makes you happy. That's what I want you to find. That's your goal. I want you to write that goal down. That's it. That's your windshield. That's what you're looking for. And with that, you need to change your mindset, right? So here are some quick mindset exercises. I love this one. What can I do today to get closer to my goal? So you might have a huge goal. My goal last summer was to find a job that could help increase my financial situation, right? That could bring me more pay, but also allow me more time with my family. It sounded impossible, right? That sounds impossible. What could you do to make more money, but also get more time with your family? That seems crazy, but that was my goal. And so instead of just like, ooh, how am I going to achieve that? Right? Like the big picture, I had to break it down smaller. What can I do today to get closer to my goal? I wasn't going to just overnight find that magic solution. I'm making more money. I'm spending time with my family. I had to do research. So that was my step one, right? What can I do today? I started researching. I was Googling ways for this to happen. I was on YouTube looking for, how can teachers make extra money without getting that second job? I didn't want that second job. I did not want that second job. I did not want to work outside the home at a part-time job. So that's it. Just every day, get one step closer. What are you doing today? Don't worry about 90 days from now. Focus on today. That's going to help you. Baby steps, right? We don't need huge, giant steps. We don't need to jump to the top of a mountain in a day. We just need a step closer at a time. It's more manageable when you take it in small steps. Okay. And then I do want you to write down your 90-day vision. So I said, you're not trying to achieve it all in 90 days, right? You're not getting, okay, I'm going to have it done. No. What's your vision? What do you want for yourself in 90 days? Last summer, what I wanted for myself in 90 days was to find a way to make more money and spend more time with my family. That was my vision. That was my 90-day vision. I didn't expect it to happen overnight. So my vision, I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I could see it every day when I sat down at my desk. But I also did a little Post-it note every day for number one. This light is killing me here. So what could you do today? That's the little Post-it note I would make for myself. What am I doing every day? But my 90-day vision, that was printed on paper sitting right beside me so that I could look at that every day. That's my goal. I'm going to achieve it. That's what I'm doing in 90 days. And then baby steps towards it. And the other thing that you really, really is going to help your mindset, because you're looking forward now, right? You're future focused. You're looking towards your goal. You want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing the same. They're focused on their future. They're setting goals. They're making things happen. You don't want to surround yourself with people who are still in the negative self-talk, who are looking in the rear view mirrors with the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and, oh, this happened to me and this happened to me, and just excuse after excuse after excuse. You want to make sure you get away from those people. You want to surround yourself with the go-getters, the people who are like you. A way to do that, I do have a free teacher community that I have created for teachers who are looking for that way to earn that extra money, moving to the digital world, becoming that entrepreneur, as well as being a teacher, because you can do both at once. I'm doing it. I'm proof. All right. So if you want to join my community, the link is in my description. You can go check that out. Join my community. Right now, the first 50 people to join, my first 50 members, because I'm just getting started, my first 50 members are free for life. Anything I ever put on there is free for you, no matter how much it costs for everybody else. So check it out. It's a great way to surround yourself with future-focused people like me, and a great way for a community, right? We help each other out there, as teachers do. So those are some quick mindset exercises that I would like you to focus on every day. So you're making those small steps every day, small step towards the big goal. Your big goal is what you want to achieve in 90 days. Dream big. Dream big. You can make this happen. You can. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And then surround yourself with positive people, people who are also thinking forward, right? I like to call it this was my backup plan for me as well, because I also was hearing people that were losing their jobs. As cuts are made in education, I had some people that were let go from teaching or kind of forced out that were a little bit older. So they were like, what do I do? I mean, I need to find something else to do. Do I look for another teaching job? What do I do? What are my skills? Because teaching skills are a pretty unique set of skills, right? Like, doesn't really translate to lots of other jobs. You learned classroom management. You learned how to teach kids to read. You learned how to teach, right? So I was like, man, I need a backup plan, and not just teachers, but like other people, other stories I've heard, where people are in their 50s and let go from their jobs. Well, if you're in your 50s, you are, for most jobs, you're making a pretty good salary, right? So if you're jumping ship and trying to find somewhere else to go, you're not going to get paid what you were making at that other job. So backup plan is all I'm saying. Have that backup plan. People, be prepared, because you never expect to lose your job, right? That's a very unexpected. Nobody's counting on that. Nobody's expecting that. So have that backup plan. This moving into this digital marketing, starting my own digital marketing business, this is an awesome plan, because you can do it while you're still doing your full-time job. That's why I hopped into it. And it just has so much potential for growth. Right now, I'm doing it on the side, but I'm learning it could replace my income. I was just talking to a teacher who in 1 year is like, wow, I've figured out that, this has like tripled my salary with what I was making for teaching. So I'm not going to teach anymore. I'm going to be that stay-at-home mom I always wanted to be. So you just never know where things could take you. So that's what I'm saying. Have that backup plan. Like, that forward focus allows you to work on that and to get things ready, to get things organized, to get your life in where you want it to be, to get to that lifestyle that you want to be at. Nobody wants to live paycheck to paycheck. Nobody wants to be in that survival mode of, I can pay my bills, but I can't do much else, right? So this small change that I made for myself has changed my lifestyle, because I'm not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I'm not worried about paying the bills. We're able to go on vacations. We're able to go on day trips. We're able to do the fun stuff around our city, the fun little things, museums, zoos, all the fun stuff that there is to do. We just on a whim decided to go to the beach. We're like, hey, let's go to the beach. So for Labor Day weekend, I just set up a trip for us to go to the beach. So just little things like that change your lifestyle. We never would have been able to do that before. So it's the little things like that that just make a huge difference. And within that, just spending time with family, you get, this one hits home. My son turned 18 this year. You get 18 summers, 18 Christmases, 18 birthdays, and then your kids are grown. So don't waste it. Don't waste it on a 9-to-5 job if that's not what you want. If you really are wanting to spend time, like there is a way to do that. So just think about that. Look into it. If I just opened your eyes and made you say, hey, wait a minute, I need to look forward. I need to be looking out that windshield instead of in that rear view mirror, staying stuck in the past. So if you're ready to stop looking back and you are ready to look through that windshield and start some new goals and really start putting your life together as you want it to be, I have a free blueprint that will walk you step by step through how to set up your own digital marketing business. It is in your own online business generally. And so that is in my description. It's also in my profile along with my teacher community. You want to surround yourself with positive people. My community is a great place to do that. And it also teaches you how to move to the digital world. So there you go. You get it all. And those links are in, again, my description and my profile. So I would love to see you inside my community. I hope to see some of you there. And if you're looking for a mentor, I love to mentor people who are just getting started in the digital world, teachers who come to my community. I love to be that mentor. So hope to see you soon. If not, I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.